I'm excited to be talking to you about your journey as an entrepreneur and how you got started with Script International. This is the first of an ongoing series in which you kind of document your trajectory as a business owner, somebody who has kind of grown into being a well-known figure in the construction equipment leasing industry. So let me just go ahead and just throw you the first question, right? So if you could tell me and share for the audience a little bit about your background before the formation of Script International, your company.
Thank you, Fernando. It's a pleasure to share my story. It certainly is one that has taken a lot of turns along the way, and not necessarily something that I would have conjured up. My family got in the equipment rental business in the early 70s. My dad had worked in the industry for a little bit for some other people and decided to start his own thing. As a teenager, I was introduced to a family-owned business. And if you can imagine, those that can remember the show Sanford and Son, we sort of looked like that with our facility. It wasn't very fancy. It was in a rough part of town, but that's where the rent was cheap and it was industrial. Anyway, the rental industry wasn't captivating to me. And I went off to college for a couple of years thinking that I would get into more of a corporate lifestyle. This going to work at 6:15 in the morning and coming home at 6:15 at night every day. That was exhausting. I got a little bit of taste of working in a corporate environment. And after about a year and a half, I decided I wanted to know about small business. And so there was one that I could go engage in. And honestly, once I started to get into it, I discovered that I've always been competitive in sports. And so this was a game of hustle. And if you could predict the future better than your competitor, then you got a shot at it. And the way that you did that is you talk to people. And so I actually found a really good fit for my skill sets. I enjoyed the problem solving part of the equipment rental. And anyway, we were fortunate to grow the business to be one of the top 50 in the U.S. in the late 80s, 89, 88. And so we had a chance we sold the business, and my father retired. And I thought maybe I was done with the equipment rental business, but I was curious about this whole consolidation thing and where is that going to lead our industry? Because now all of a sudden more money was coming into the industry.
Right.
And that would create opportunity, and you could have newer fleets of equipment and, computerization, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I kept my eye on the business, and after a year of non-compete, I decided to start over. So started a business from scratch in 92, and had to be real smart about it because I didn't have all the money. These other big corporate, consolidators, they had way more money, but they did not know the street. They didn't know the market, and I did. So 7 years into that business, United Rentals bought that business from me because I had a model that was very similar to that was called Jack's Construction Equipment, abbreviation for Jacksonville, Florida. That was a new experience. I was undercapitalized, and that was very frustrating that I couldn't grow the business. And that's actually what led to having to sell the business, is I couldn't capitalize it anymore.